Hey guys, what's up? This is Neo Vampiro on the podcast from Neo Vampiro Gaming. What's up? Today I want to talk about a few major things, starting with Metal Gear. We just saw the Sony Showcase show, which had quite a few games that I liked. One of them being Metal Gear Collection, that's being released for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. So for those that have the Xbox Series S and X, you'll get to fully enjoy the Metal Gear saga from its original entirety, from Metal Gear 1 from the PlayStation 1 days, Metal Gear 2 for the PS2 era for those that us had it, and then the Metal Gear 3, I think it's going to be the original, I believe so, Metal Gear 3 from the PS2 days, that got redone for the HD for the PS3, and now again for the PS5. This is all going to be collectively bundled into the new collection that's coming out now on 2023, looks to be the fall. My thoughts on it, I was happy to see it in the showcase, because we was hearing rumors for months that they're going to do a Metal Gear 3 remake. And I know a lot of the new fans are wondering, why are they doing a Metal Gear 3 remake when it's number 3 in the series? Even though it may be number 3 in the series, chronologically, timeline speaking, it's the first one in the series. Because you're dealing with Big Boss, Snake, Jack, as he was a new soldier to the field. He was being trained. He didn't become the legendary soldier until much later on. So this takes place back in the Cold War era, during that time in the chronological game line series. So that's why they're focusing it on first. Rather than do what game came out first in the years, they're going by chronological timeline story. And that's what they're doing. Plus, they feel like it's the more stronger entry in the franchise. And then maybe later on, they'll redo Metal Gear 1. Which, for me, personally, I'm glad to play the original Metal Gear 1 on the PS5 and the Xbox X, or Xbox in general. Keep in mind, it's only going to be for the Xbox Series S and X. I'm not too sure if it's going to be for the Xbox One X. Not too sure, don't quote me on that, but it's going to be for the current gen systems most definitely. So for those that have like a PS4 system, my heart goes out to you guys, but it's going to be for the PS5. Now for me personally, I am happy to see the original back, because we haven't played the original since the PS1 days back in 1998, which helped put PlayStation on the map, in my opinion, besides Sci-Fi Filter. Actually, no, not Sci-Fi Filter. Parasite Eve and Silent Hill, I meant to say. Rather, that helped put PlayStation on the map, as well as Bandicoot. Bandicoot became the PlayStation mascot. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how Metal Gear 1 is going to translate to the newer fans of the franchise coming in. You know, a lot of us OGs have very fond memories of the game itself, where it's storytelling. Okojima was really part of it, heavy-handed onto it. The codec system at the time was very in-depth. You know what I'm saying? Where it was a 2-disc game for the PlayStation. 2-disc back in the day. Where the PlayStation 1 disc was a black coded disc. So it looks like they're just going to add some refresh to the game, new coat of paint, with the same control scheme system. Now, from what I saw in the trailer, you get to have Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear 3 original Snake Eater, bundled with the new release of Metal Gear 3, or they're gonna just call it Metal Gear Sneak Eater for the PS5 and X. That's gonna be awesome. I wonder if we're gonna hear the iconical voice characters that play the role, like David Hayter, Christopher for Otacon, Paul Langley as Colonel Campbell, and Snake's brother, I forgot his name. I wonder if we're gonna hear those voices back, which I hope we do hear in the games itself. Now in Metal Gear 3, there was Major Zero. So I wonder if they're gonna just use his audio tracks in the game. We just have to wait and see. I know as time goes on, as we get to that fall season, because right now we're about to be in the summer, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to hear more details coming out. But as for me, I can't wait. I can't wait to even get a review code if I can, or just to try it out, or just to get my hands on it in general. I will be streaming this day one. Now I'm gonna get it from both systems because I'm a fan of PlayStation and Xbox under the same gamer tag. But after all this long time, we get to have a new collection. We haven't had a new Metal Gear collection since the PS3 days when it first came out back in 2007. It was the Legacy collection for PlayStation 3, where you got a digital code of Metal Gear 1 and a solid hard copy of Metal Gear 2, solid hard copy of Metal Gear 3. It was also Peace Walker, and I think that was it, because right after that, we had got the new game Guns of Patriots, which I might add, we do want that game on the PS5, Guns of Patriots. So I'm hoping if they ever do a Metal Gear Collection Volume 2, hopefully Metal Gear 4 is added onto there. Because keep in mind, part of the reason why Metal Gear 4 wasn't added on the PlayStation Store for the PS5 because of the different architecture. It was made by the Cell processor solely for the PS3. Rumor had it when the PS4 first came out, the game was on there digitally. So I'm hoping when they make a Volume 2, Metal Gear 4 is on there. But to see Metal Gear back after its long-awaited absence, and that smoke bomb of a hit that they did with Metal Gear Survive, which really wasn't Metal Gear, it was just a cash grab on the name itself. And I, for one, did not buy the game myself. I pretty much avoided that game from the series because it's not chronological and it was pretty much slapped together. I appreciate what they try to do with it by making it seem like it was an alternate time world, because for those of us that play the game in Metal Gear 5, we did make the wormholes as time progressed when you go from the Fulton system by faulting stuff out of there to where you start making the wormholes. That was our fault, jokingly enough. So when that game came out and we saw how it was and how the mechanics were, it was almost one-to-one of the assets used from Metal Gear 5. They just slapped it together and tried to make a cash grab out of that. But at least with this one, with all the years and rumors that we've been hearing about a Metal Gear remake or re-release with a fresh coat of paint, we got really happy, and we was hearing it for years. Not to mention that Sony had bought Bluepoint that did the original refreshes of Metal Gear by adding HD coloring to it and graphics. Big ups to them because they done their thing. Can't get mad at that. And then for those that play the Twin Snake version on the GameCube, that was the first time they did a refresh, because when Metal Gear Solid came out on PlayStation, the graphics were good for its time, and the only way you could see the characters' faces in full view was during the codec system. So at least with the GameCube, they gave their faces more in depth because they had the technology to do so. But they did go over the top with the cinematic sequences of Snake dodging bullets and so forth and whatnot. So we may get the Twin Snake version in this bundle. We might, because it's considered chronological in the timeline. So it is considered. So we may. I don't think we're going to get the Metal Gear 1 version from PlayStation. I think, just my thoughts and opinion, we're going to get the Metal Gear from the GameCube version. So I'm super excited. Definitely can't wait. It's just a short time away, but you know how it is when you want something, it becomes very almost unbearable. But the showcase itself, I did like, because I'm going to get the new Assassin's Creed. I think it was called Merge or Mirage. If I'm saying the name wrong, forgive me. I'm definitely going to get it on day one itself, as well as Metal Gear. And I might get that new samurai game too, because it looked like there was a female samurai and she looked badass. So I gotta admit, Sony's doing their thing. Even though a lot of games will be on the Xbox itself, but it looks like Sony's doing their thing. Gotta give Sony their respects. You know, do I play a lot of my games on Xbox? Yes, I do. I don't consider myself an Xbox fanboy. I'm just a gamer itself. I'll play a lot of games on any console. If I like it, I'm gonna play it. Even though I bleed neon green more than anything else, more than PlayStation, but I have to keep reminding myself, before there was an Xbox, Sony was first. Sony was first. And I'm a gamer at heart. So if I see a good game, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna play it. That's just how I am. So can't wait for Metal Gear to come out. I'm super excited. Let me know in the comments in my YouTube channel, Neo of Imperial Gaming, or if you see me playing on Twitch, come on the comments and let's just discuss about Metal Gear or what you thought about the show itself. You know, just let me know, because we're just here to have fun and really get to talk about what we like the most. So until then, catch you guys later. I just wanted to drop my thoughts on Metal Gear and my overjoyedness. So catch you guys later. Have a good one.